if you're anything like me, you are terrified of the kitchen. And with me today is Chef Mark Wilson, who's going to show us that preparation is key and show us how to make some really easy recipes. Welcome back to the show.
Thank you.
So, first of all, you're a culinary consultant.
Yeah.
What is that exactly?
I work in the food business basically in two areas. One of them is manufacturing, so I work with some of the big manufacturers out there that make products for the food service industry.
Okay.
And on the other side, I do some work with restaurateurs who are maybe opening up a brand new restaurant.
Okay.
And they want to get recipes, menus, overall concept, find equipment people, designers. And basically, I do A to Z through opening up a restaurant right to the opening day.
Because that's really critical, right? Because
Yeah.
I know some people, in fact, I have friends that have opened up restaurants that really didn't know anything about opening up a restaurant, but just always wanted to have a restaurant.
Yeah.
So having someone like you out there that actually understands the business and is a chef, and that can actually put together a kitchen is valuable. Speaking of putting together a kitchen, now for me, I'm not very good in the kitchen.
Okay.
And I think it comes down to not the right tools perhaps, and certainly no idea what I'm doing. So why don't you walk us through, what are we making today first of all?
Okay, well, today we're doing Thai coconut chicken with basmati rice.
Oh, okay, I love that.
And
okay.
it may seem a little bit daunting to someone who doesn't cook a lot, but I'm going to make it very simple for you, and if you follow the steps, you'll come up with a great dish.
Okay.
And as far as tools go, you mentioned what the right tools.
Yep.
Find yourself a good, comfortable knife that fits in your hand well.
Okay.
That has a nice shape to it that rocks like this, so when you're doing chopping. I find that I use one great knife all the time, rather than having a big array of 50 knives. I've got lots of knives, but I end up using just one or two that are really comfortable in my hand.
Okay, now we're also, this is a great knife. Now we're also going to be giving away at the end of the show a set of these fantastic knives. So how do I hold a knife first of all?
So first of all, keep it in the palm of your hand. It should balance in the center like that.
Okay.
Right, so that you know if the knife's balanced.
Okay.
And then you don't hold it too far back. Hold it, sort of choke up your hand a little bit on it like that.
Okay.
Right.
Okay, so we'll do that.
Yeah.
A little there, and then like that.
Yeah, and then curl your hands underneath. Underneath like that, like a grip.
Oh, grip it like that?
Yeah.
Like that.
Right.
Okay, so it rocks. Okay.
Exactly. And that's the rocking motion that you need to cut through stuff like peppers and onions and things like that.
Okay, so we've got our knife.
Yep.
What's the first step for our chicken?
Okay, so first of all, we're going to make sure we've got all of our prep. So we've got ginger, we've got garlic, onions, and we need some peppers. So we're going to cut some peppers.
Okay.
Maybe you can help me with that.
Now, do you always operate this way, where you set up everything?
Exactly. The first thing I do is when I'm cooking is I put my recipe right up on the wall or on the fridge, wherever I'm working.
Oh, that's a great idea.
So you don't get your hands dirty when you're cooking.
Okay.
Because what happens is you pick it up and then it's ruined, right?
Okay, now I'm doing this right? I took the top and the bottom off.
That's right, yeah. And then set it flat so that it's nice and comfortable. It won't rock on you. And then just cut down the sides,
Down the sides?
Yep.
Okay.
Awesome. You're doing great.
Do you have a school? I could probably come to it.
Okay, so what that does is all of the seeds are all in one bowl, right?
Okay, all right. So so we don't have all the seeds to deal with. Okay.
And that's out, and then the rest of it you can cut up.
Okay.
So let's just put this over here.
Why don't you take over? You'll be faster.
Right, and I'm going to show you a little bit of what to do with this. Now, what we're going to cut is just like a plain julienne cut.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now, who's Julian?
That's French stuff. Okay, so what you want you to do is make sure that your knuckles are flat against the blade.
Okay.
You see that?
Yep.
Okay, so as you cut, what happens mostly is people grab things like this and they try to cut stuff. And they end up cutting their thumb or their fingers.
Yeah.
It's a constant thing. If you ever go to emergency, you'll find lots of people that are holding their hands up, they're bandaged up, it's because they've been cutting
cut their finger off.
What you learn in culinary school is keep your fingers back.
I see, okay.
Do that rocking motion back and forth like that, down. And that's it.
And so you won't chop off a finger.
Exactly, because your thumb is well back and the tips of your fingers are protected by the board. You want to have a go?
Okay, very quick.
I'm going to heat the stove up while you do that. Awesome.
Look, Val, I can cut. Okay, well that's good enough. Okay.
Yeah. So the next thing we're going to prep. So this can go right over here with some green. So I'll do these ones. And so once you get used to this to working this way, you can cook a lot faster.
Yeah, absolutely.
Really, it's about getting the technique down first rather than going fast.
Yeah, but I'd like to look that professional in the kitchen.
Yeah, just practice. Okay. So
All right, so we've got our red peppers, our green peppers.
We've got onions, ginger, garlic. The next thing is lemongrass.
Okay.
Now, the lemongrass looks like this if you haven't seen it.
Oh, that's cool.
It's like a hard
Yep.
reed kind of feel to it. But what you need to do is just cut it into a couple of pieces, because this really isn't going to go in the final dish. It's the flavor that you use, but it isn't going to be eaten. So
Okay.
just bruise down. This releases the flavor. Okay, let's see how our pan is coming along. A little bit hotter.
So just pound the lemongrass.
Pound the lemongrass, yeah. If you don't have lemongrass, what I want to show you today is that you don't necessarily need to have a lot of fancy ingredients. You can still make this with
Your basic ingredients.
Yeah, stuff that you've got in the house. Coconut milk. I use coconut milk quite a bit, especially in Thai cooking. This Thai paste is great, but you can substitute it with another kind of curry paste or curry powder.
Okay.
So you don't have to have anything that's too wild.
Okay, we have about 3 minutes, so we got to get this thing working.
Okay. All right,
Yeah.
All right, let's get our chicken going now.
I use boneless, skinless.
Yeah, boneless, skinless. Again, use the best quality that you can afford. And let's just take a little bit of this. We're not going to make just a single portion. Again, you should be using a boning knife for this kind of stuff, but don't need to, because if you have a comfortable...
And that one knife that you love.
Yeah. Just use the one that you like and make sure it's sharp.
Yeah, that looks very sharp, actually. Yeah. I use butter knives to cut chicken. It's not necessarily the best way to go.
Okay. So we're going to get this little bit of oil.
Is that olive oil? What is that?
This is just vegetable oil.
Oh, vegetable oil.
Yeah. Olive oil can be a little bit strong for, especially those Asian type flavors.
Oh, of course.
Right.
Of course.
Let's see if this is cooking there. Okay. So this is a really quick cook time.
Yeah, because this doesn't, like, how long does chicken take to cook in a frying pan?
Just a couple of minutes maximum, yeah. And everything, once this starts to cook a little,
okay,
we can put our other stuff in. A little bit of salt and pepper. And then basically everything else can go in all at once.
Now you gave me a good tip on this. So these are these chili peppers, right?
Yeah. So chili peppers is what these pastes are made out of. If you ground this up with some garlic and some oil and a mortar and pestle, that's what you would actually get, is this type of paste. But this is the quick and easy way to do it.
Okay.
But if you're going to use this for a little bit of extra heat, you can split that down.
Right.
Take out the seeds, because the seeds are very hot.
Okay, we've got about 30 seconds before we go to break.
All right. We're going to add that into our chicken.
And you said to make sure you wash your hands after touching that, right?
Chili peppers are very hot. The oils will stay on your skin, so be very careful that you don't touch your eye.
Okay, well, you're going to get cooking away.
Yep.
And we're going to have more when we come back with
great.
Mark. And we're going to have our curried chicken. It's curried chicken, right?
Yep.
Yum, yum, yum. Yum. We're back with Chef Mark Wilson, and we are making Thai coconut chicken. So, Mark, what have you added to our stir-fry so far?
Okay, so we've added the Thai paste, some ginger, some garlic, the peppers and onions that we cut up before.
Okay.
And now we're adding the coconut milk.
Oh, so like it's a full can of coconut milk you added to that?
Yeah. I mean, this will make enough for like 3 or 4 portions easily.
Well, if we're going to give some to Val, she'll eat it all. I mean, it's not 3 or 4 portions for Val. She's 1. But it smells delicious.
Yeah, and it's quick to make. Like, this is a 5-minute cook time from when you have everything prepared.
And that's your point, right? So you're saying that if we actually get everything in advance prepared, that actually cooking is fun and we can make delicious meals.
Exactly.
And not have to buy the pre-boxed stuff.
Yeah.
Oh, it smells absolutely delicious.
So that's almost, once it comes to the boil now and it simmers down just for about a couple of seconds, it'll be ready to serve.
And then you would serve it over...
Serve it with some rice.
Some basmati rice,
Yep.
right?
Yep, and we've cooked some before, so I want to show you on the basmati how it should look.
Okay.
So the grain should be loose.
So not sticky.
Right.
So it should just be fluffy and,
Exactly,
and separated.
Yeah, so basically the cook time is like 10 minutes to cook it, 10 minutes to steam it through, then it's ready to serve.
Okay, well, thank you very much. Now, this recipe is available on mwculinary.weekly.com. Still to come on the show, we have Parapaints, and we're going to discuss the upcoming interior design show. We've got hypnotherapist Irina Benoit, but right now, Val is with World Literacy Canada. Thanks very much, Mark, and I'm going to actually get to eating some of this now. Yum, 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 yum.
Oh, it smells amazing in here.